Well, of course. Why wouldn't you? Nice. Ah, I see how the anti-roll bar nicely works. Basically a torsion bar spring. Nice. So. Gonna steal a spring from the rear. So, okay. Yeah. This will be fine. Okay. Okay. Where do I have the? Okay. What? I have only one. No, this can't be. Okay. There must be another one somewhere. Let's see. No. Yes. Okay. Good. So, as I said last time, what we're gonna do here is, since we want to make building instructions, we are going to make the wheel hubs with the Lego hubs, and we're gonna use standard springs. I want to do this because I want people to make the car, you know, with building instructions. And if we use both the LP Power wheel hub and those springs, you know, those springs are rare and expensive. The wheel hubs, you know, not everybody has them or will buy them. And you know, let's do something that can be done with Lego pieces. And for the rear, in the rear suspension, we're also going to do to redo it with the Lego hubs, but not these. We are going in the rear. We're gonna use these. So these are gonna be used in the rear, but in the front, we're gonna use these standard ones. But everything is a little bit wonky here. Yeah, like that, and that's, yeah, perfect. Okay, okay, so you can see what I'm doing, right? So I'm leaving one of them intact because we want to recreate this geometry, obviously. So we're gonna use, as in one of my very old videos, I'm gonna use these springs, which are the very same springs used in the video, with the top mount that's gonna be a ball joint. Now I'm partial with this because, you know, the ball joint can slip out. If you experience this, a dab of super glue and it'll be fine, I guess, if you're into that. But I think it's gonna be fine without the super glue. Hey, non-modded. Well, we'll see. Okay, so taking this as an example, we're gonna try to build it more or less the same because it's working. Some things will have to be slightly different, but nothing major. Nothing major. So obviously, the only reason we use this in the front is because of the you see, this basically has no slack. This has all the slack in the world. So you can make the slack here a little less by using thick silicone grease. It will eliminate some of the slack, which we're gonna use eventually. But yeah, let's rebuild this the way it was. There we go. And what did I use here? Okay, I used this. I cannot use this here, obviously. So yeah, we have to make some changes because Lego wheel hubs. The main issue, of course, is this part here, because we cannot have a lift arm going down there. But okay, so essentially we can do something like this, but nothing can be in here. So, you know, we absolutely have to prevent this from happening. So we need to put something in there or make this one different. But we have to, we cannot have this as an axle, because if we have this as an axle, then we're gonna have slack, because axle hole and pinhole and axle do not mix if you want to have something that's sturdy. So that we use the same technique in the charger, but here, you know, the important part is here because we are using a McPherson setup. We're gonna use this guy here, and maybe we should just use this gap here. Maybe we can manipulate something here. How do we do it here? Okay. I see. Okay. Well, that was easier because it's of the shape of the spring. Here we don't have that luxury. Okay. Let's say that we put this guy here. Come on. And yeah, let's put this guy here. Just so we have, come on. Just so we have something that's holding it up. There. Okay, so obviously we need some angle here. Hey, evening, Mr. Morty. We are needing some angle here that is similar to this, which is about, oh sorry, you cannot see it, which is about this. Yeah, or thereabouts. So what would fit here? Obviously it's not gonna be as easy as this. I mean, why would it? If we put this guy here, it's allowing too much slack in this direction. I mean, why wouldn't it? So we have to find some middle ground. Hey Oleg, some middle ground needs to be found. So we have to experiment. No, the other way. Okay. So this guy here restricts the movement too much, obviously. So what options do we actually have here? We okay. What if let's say we go with this. I'm just putting this as a spacer here, just, you know, to okay, right. I need some axles. There, I want you to be fixed. Thank you very much. So what happens if we insert this guy here? Yeah, no, that's not gonna go well. I hate Lego wheel hubs, really hate them. I mean, with this single bulge alone, they handicapped us so much. could have done it better. Really, I mean, I would accept it if if this CV joint was so good. This CV joint is total crap, and it's not worth the trouble. It's really not worth it. This is the crappiest CV joint ever. Hmm. Yeah, this isn't good either because you see, this guy here flares out a little bit, so we cannot have any of these guys here anyway. They have to be here. Yeah. Now what? Mm, now, now we can use an old trick that I think I used before. And yeah, maybe the other way around. Let's see. Maybe the other way around. Could work. Could work. Of course, I'm not sure about this guy because we're gonna have like, you know, this restricts this movement, so this is not very good. Let's, yeah, the angle is about right. Angle is about right, but this is, it cannot be here. Cannot be here. Hmm. What else could we squeeze in here? What else could we squeeze in here? Maybe we can squeeze in here this little guy. Maybe this little guy. But this little guy, I think, is gonna have very, very same problem. Yeah, so that's no good. This is not enough, I think. Sorry. It's not enough, or is it? Okay. It kind of works. It kind of is the same angle. Okay. Why didn't it work before? Maybe because this wasn't as strongly incorporated into the structure. Okay. So, okay. So this angle is kind of working. Now we have to prevent it from pushing forward. The angles are, let's say they're similar. We can work with it. We can work with it. We can work with it. Okay. Of course, now here we need to make sure that to fill this gap somehow, and we need to make sure that something is pushing down on this so that this guy isn't going forward. Otherwise, it's useless. No, these here are not that they are too long. Yeah, they are a little bit long, but the problem is that they are a rare part. And I also want to replace the wheel hub here with a standard Lego hub. You can always swap in the LP Power wheel hubs, but most people won't have the LP Power wheel hubs. So I want this to be an optional extra if you want, but the standard is gonna be the Lego wheel hubs. So I hope that's all right. So this is an okay angle. This is fine. What about this? What about this? We may, no, we definitely won't. I wanted to say that we need to ditch this, but no. We're not gonna ditch this. What if I use these? This is a test. But as you can see, no. To be further out. So, okay. We're gonna use something like this. Keep in mind that I'm just fooling around and testing. This is not the finished product. I'm just kind of experimenting with geometry. Ah, come on. What if we now... Okay. Okay, obviously this could be a solution, but we need to prevent this guy from going left and right, and we need to fill this gap with something. I have no idea with what, because nothing fits there. Nothing fits there. Literally, there's no piece that we can fit there. Thanks, Lego, for making this shit. It would be, I mean, it would be so easy if these were axle holes. If these were axle holes, that would be so nice. That would be great. But they're not. Because someone thought, oh no, we're gonna have the double wishbone suspension arms pivoting around these. Yes, why not axle holes? Could have given us more flexibility, or make one an axle hole and one a pinhole. You know, we could work with it, but no, can't have it. Okay, so obviously we need to do something here. Let me examine the parts bin to see if we can substitute this for it. Yeah, my rent. How could we do this better? I mean, in the end, if I find nothing, I will have to jam these in. If it works. No, even that, you see, I cannot even put these in because there's no angle on which they would work. Yeah. Again, thanks, Lego. What did someone post? Let's see. let's see. Christian has made some. Yes, let's see. No. I don't think this is gonna work. I mean, it has one. Where did I put? Oh, yeah. I mean, come on, go away. Where is this? So there's some a good thing and a bad thing about Christian's suggestion. So basically, he suggested we use this guy here. A good thing would be that we bring the lower pivot closer to the wheel. That's a good thing. The bad thing is everything else. Because, well, I don't think this is a very good wheel hub, and we have basically no options of attaching anything anywhere. But we're gonna try, because at this very moment, I think this is a dead end. But let's experiment. Let's see. Why not? It's interesting. I have not done anything with this yet. My initial idea, for example, with the Land Rover suspension, was to put it upright and put this guy here or something like this, and have, you know, a double pivot here ish, you know. But let's see. First, let's mount these and see if we can get away with it. I picked exactly the one that doesn't have the hub mounted, obviously, because that's what I do. Okay, so we're gonna turn it like this, because obviously we're gonna have the steering arm here. Doing this, of course, will require us to remodel the front suspension a little bit, but that's the least of our worries. Let's first see if this even fits. It doesn't. Okay, this doesn't fit. Very good. This cannot fit in the rim. I don't know how you fit this in the rim, but this doesn't fit. Sorry. This is useless. Yeah. Nope, can't use that. Useless garbage. And this Yeah, this makes the use in our rear suspension also questionable. We'll see. Yeah, you need a bigger rim to fit this. This doesn't fit. I don't know how you fit this. Um, yeah. Okay, so back to this specimen. Obviously, we need this part here. We do need one of these holes. One of these needs to be a pinhole. So one of these needs to have a pin connection through, because otherwise you're gonna have slack, with additional slack, of course, which we don't want. But the setup that we have here makes it impossible to jam a spacer in here, and which we do need. We do need a spacer here. And I don't know what to put in here, because nothing is gonna fit. I mean, there's literally there's no part that's gonna fit. Maybe we can fit this like that, but then we don't have the space to put the axle that holds this, you know. So that's really useless. Yeah, but Porsche wheels are a little bit bigger, aren't they? The inner diameter of the Porsche wheels is ever so slightly bigger. But you know, we're not using them, so they are not really. Sorry. Ooh. Why am I yawning so much? They are of no interest to us. And if we used Lego wheel LP power wheel hubs, we wouldn't have the problem. With LP power wheel hubs, this works because we don't have that bulge. No, we don't have that bulge to deal with. Yeah. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, because we don't have any other option. So we're gonna use these here, and then on top here we have to use something else. And then we're gonna combine everything into one, I guess. You know, I guess we're gonna do that. So first let's recreate what we had before. Okay, there. So Now I wonder, are we lucky enough? I have the feeling that we're not, but maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. Just maybe. Yeah, we're gonna use a single one, but there was a specific reason we had this. You know, remember, uh, we have to attach a steering link too. So what we have here is only temporary. I'm just exploring options to first make this work, and then we need to make this work as well. So as you can see, this is working. These two are successfully locating this guy, and they are preventing this from falling apart, and this looks pretty good. I'm impressed. It's even smaller than this. Who would have known? Who would have known? And the angle of the springs is almost the same. Almost the same. Obviously, we're gonna angle this one out so that the pointy bit, so that this points upwards, so that it doesn't interfere with the strut towers. Or we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The angle is a little bit steeper, but as you can see, the mounting point is also lower. Mounting point for the spring is going to be lower. We're going to see how much this affects our geometry. Okay, right. Now we need to make the attachment point for the steering link, which is going to be exactly in the same position, only that, well, we have to deal with this. This is gonna be, well, interesting. And let me just think about this for a few seconds. So, okay. Well, obviously we need this part to be as strong as possible, because every bit that this moves, and this moves a little bit, will make the steering less responsive. So this needs to be as strong as possible attached to this in the same position. There obviously is a way to do it, but we sacrifice something for it. We can have it in the same position if we do this. So this would make it in the same position. Locate it in the same position. Yeah, it is in the same position. Unimox shocks are identical to this in looks. Only thing that that's not identical is that I think this part is black to differentiate, in order to differentiate it from this, and the spring itself is it's harder. Okay. Yeah. So all that we need to do here is, of course, now that we on this side we can have this little part. On this side we need to do something with this because it's weaker. See, it's weaker and it's allowing some movements because this is not located as good as the other side. I guess. Yeah, and of course this is happening. This is the weakest part. So we can leave these two as they are. We just have to provide a support for this, which shouldn't be difficult. Actually, it's gonna be very easy. It's gonna be very easy. And we're gonna repeat this on both sides. And it's gonna be beautiful. See, like I'm sounding like Donald Trump already. It's gonna be beautiful. So basically, we're gonna do this and this. There. And now we can just slide this in. There we go. So no blue pin. If we use a blue pin, we cannot use the bar here. And basically, the bar saves the day. We do have, there is, if I locate this, we have slack. I hate it because here we don't have slack. This is solid. There's no slack here. There's slack here and there's slack here. It doesn't matter that much because the whole thing has slack. So even if I locate this with my finger so that it doesn't move, yeah, you see what happens. So we need to do something about this. When I apply enough pressure, this happens, and this will happen. Okay, so we need to do something against it. Because here the only pressure against this is basically these two being pulled together, and of course there's no way we can make them stay like this, so we have to devise a solution that pushes against it so that this can happen. So basically we need to make an L shape here, or maybe we can use this guy here, and then we place a connector across here and something on the connector. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, only that this is a problem. Okay. This is a problem, and this, if we use these, this is gonna remain the problem. Shit. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That's how it is around here. Yeah. So we cannot use these here because then the spring interferes. I could use these, and this would work, but then I mean I want to put something across here, but I can't. There's just no way. Mm, okay. What about this? No, this is not gonna work, obviously, because then the wheel is not gonna fit, I think. And you know, this isn't gonna leave enough room anyway. Right. Just when you think that you have it in the bag. So geometrically, this works. Only we have to either prevent somehow these two to be pulled apart, or put something in here that prevents this from being pushed apart. So let's try the second option. Yep, we're doing the front axle again. Four. Oops. What's wrong with me today? So, this might or might not work, but we need to give it a try. At least. Yeah, obviously we have, can you see it? Yeah. Here we have a problem. Can be solved, obviously. And we then have to put, come on camera, what the fuck? Okay. And then we need to use a different pin here. Or not a pin, we can shim it. There's a way to shim it. There's a way to shim it. But I'm not happy with this. You know, this is being pulled too much, and there's nothing to hold it here. So yeah. So let's examine. We need, in here, we need a fiver. We need 5 studs. So we're gonna give ourselves 5 studs. Come on. Not my favorite option, what we're gonna do right now. But it's what's gonna work, I think. Not like that. It's gonna be like that. And this is gonna be here. And what's coming there? This one's here. Now we have this guy there. And this guy is coming on top of this. And here on the other side, we have this going on. No way. One of those pins that is too thick. Really. Ah, I have all the luck in the world. I mean, I had to find one of those. Yeah, obviously. So, what we can do here with the shims that I talked about. Okay. So, let's say we put this in, and this works. This makes it nice and sturdy. So, we don't have slack here anymore. No slack. No slack here. Now, the question of the day is, does this fit into the rim? Let's find out. Where do you think it's gonna not fit? Exactly. So here and here. So yeah. So we have to redesign again. Redesign again. What do you mean compression camber? There's gonna be zero camber when it's at right height. That's the idea. But obviously, yeah, obviously this is too wide. We can have just 3 studs here at maximum and 3 studs here at maximum. So we need to slim this down a lot. So we cannot have any of this. This guy needs to be a 3 stud. And here on top, we also can have just 3 studs. So if this guy here would, by a miracle, be held in place like it is, it would work. Otherwise, it doesn't. But there's a solution. So, oh, please. So, we are going to do the following thing. is it? I saw it just a moment before. There it is. Yeah, obviously. We have to do something on this side. Because the problem is, I would love to use this like that. But if I do this, I cannot attach anything on the other side, so it has to go through. So we have to find a solution that works for both sides. No, because on this side here, I would use this to just push this through. Or would I? Because obviously I need these two. I need these two to be in a fixed position. Or do I? Yeah, I need something because then I can. I need something because then I cannot attach this. Yeah, ideally these two. Ideally these two would be. Come on, would be held still like that. Yeah. Ideally. So we need to engineer something here. But I'm thinking, what if we are so lucky that we can solve two problems at once? Do you think we're that lucky? Let's try. Let's try it. So, what if? And that's a big what if. What if we do the following thing? What if we use an axle here? But if what we're going to do now is gonna put so much pressure on this that the slack is gonna go away. The previous setup didn't fit in the wheel. And if it doesn't fit in the wheel, it doesn't fit in the wheel. Oh yeah, with the LPA power shocks. Yeah, it's just it's too expensive. So even though we have put some pressure on it, can you see it? I hate it. I mean, I could use an axle and solve this problem. See? But then I get slack. I get, even if there would be no slack in the wheel hub, there would be slack in the way the wheel hub is attached to the rest of the upright. I mean, what do you mean just axle connection? I don't understand. There's a language barrier between us. I will never ever use an axle, you know, an axle to hold on a wheel. That's stupid. First, the axle itself does have a lot more slack than the wheel hub, because the axle is kind of bendy, you know. The axle is bending, and then the wheel is bending. You basically steer constantly with the wheel, no matter how good you do the attachment. And of course, the other way is when you're driving, the slack in the bearing here is constantly increasing, because the wheel is slipping off all the time, and it's 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 just not gonna happen. Sorry. Wheel hubs are the way to go, and that's how it is. I'm sorry. The sad thing is that we need to use pins here. And we need to find a way how to use them. Or it, for that matter. There's gonna be one pin here, and if it's the last thing I do, because it has to be, there's no other way. This axle would be perfect. It's just not gonna happen. We need a pin. So we need basically to re-engineer this to be something a little bit different. So basically, can't use this. Wonderful. I could have used something like this, which would solve a lot. This would I can put this is the same setup that we had before, but with less parts. Only that, you know, nothing, an axle fits in here again. And no matter what I do, it's gonna have slack, no matter what I do. And you know, I'm so frustrated with this. This could have been so much better. Yeah, whatever. We need to do something about this, because this is gonna fall off constantly. Even this. You know, I'm giving it another chance here. Just another chance. See, maybe this, but you see, no, it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It has slack, and I have no tools at my disposal to alleviate it. I cannot put anything here and nothing here without compromising. If it didn't have, look at how much slack it has. It's impossible. Cannot work with this. I mean, only thing we could do is jam something in here on each side to make it less. But there's nothing that we could jam in here. To a turntable with thin lift arms through the spokes. That's not what we're gonna do. No, 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 absolutely not. We're not gonna do that. That's totally not my style. I mean, this would be this would be so nice if only there would be no slack here, but there is, and and there's literally nothing I can do about it. Literally nothing I can do about it. I mean, it's so frustrating because I need to prevent this from happening, and I can't. There's no parts that would allow me to do this. You say this. Mm, we're gonna. I mean, we're gonna find a solution, of course, but it's gonna take a while, I guess. Something we're gonna find something. There's gotta be something. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I'm looking at parts that could use. I don't know. Just to get, an idea. But there's nothing in here that we could use. Nothing. None of these would solve. You know what we could do? We could fucking super glue the axle in it. We super glue the axle on it, no slack. But no, we're not gonna super glue anything, but that would be a solution. That would be a solution. I'm super uncomfortable with gluing this because it can be reproduced by people, and I mean, if we go back to our solution here, the trouble is that we have no way of preventing this from flipping back. I mean, not in a reasonable space, at least. Everything that we would do would make it too big to fit into the wheel. That's the problem. And if we use, where are they? These here, of course, then we have the old problem that we had before. We don't have wheel wobble, but we have other problems. So okay, let's go back to this. Maybe I will see something now that I didn't before. You never know. Where's the other one? Hmm. Okay, so obviously the slack is gone, but we have this. Now this is happening. Lovely. So either slack or this. Ideally, there would be some spacers, you know, like these guys here with one axle hole and one pinhole, but we don't have them. Two x2 round tiles with pinholes. No, that wouldn't work. I know what I need, but I don't have it. Don't have it. And you see, obviously this thing here now doesn't allow us to mount this. The top part here would be ideal, but no, can't have it. Can't do it like this. Can't do it like this. Could only do it like this. Now what? Can always use this guy here, the way we had before. But this isn't as strong as I would like. Oh, this is okay, but it's not as strong as I would like. Not even close. I mean, you know, when this probably isn't an issue, probably never gonna be a problem. I still don't feel comfortable with it. You know, this helps a little bit. Thankfully, this fits inside the wheel hub. Barely. No, but there's no issues. This, of course, it now that we have the Lego wheel hubs, there's gonna be some scraping here. That's inevitable because yeah, this. So we have slack, of course, in those pins. So, but the slack that we are feeling right now and seeing is only in the bearing itself. This is only. I mean, if this was a car, it would be broken. This would need bearing replacement. Absolutely. This is horrible. I mean, look at it. My God. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just happy that we have just this slack instead of slack here. Okay, Christian, hit me. I am waiting. I mean, this is at least something. It's better than what we had before. Um, but yeah, I understand it's a toy, sure, but this is unacceptable. I mean, if I want no slack, it there's no excuse. I mean, just doesn't require a lot, just tiny bit less slack, tiny bit. It's not much. It would be so much better. But of course, why not do it right the first time? Why not use the turntables and make them double duty as both a wheel hub and a turntable? Why not? Why have a special part? Let's see what Christian made. That's cute, Christian. That's really cute. But you don't solve the problem with the slack here. You don't solve that problem. I mean, I hate. We cannot use axles. That's the problem. If we use axles, we fail. And the axles are always gonna have slack here. If we use just one uh, pin connection, there's suddenly no movement in this. You can really feel it. See, I cannot move it. It's just turning. It's not gonna do much. Where would I put it? Where? There's I'm hitting the spring here. So it's really of zero use. I mean, Christian's solution, again, it's there. I can think of at least three solutions that are very good, but they all require us to put axles on both the top and the bottom hole here, and we just cannot do this. Only one is permitted. We can use only one axle in one hole. The other has to be a pinhole, so a pin solution. Otherwise, we get slack. That's my only problem. Um, I mean, the solution that Christian has for this here. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bad because he uses these here. It's okay, but and we might use it because it's gonna have the angle of this is gonna be less. I guess that's a good thing, but we're gonna consider it if we find out that when we mount it to the car, this angle is too much. It might not be. Yeah. Well, what we're gonna do now is let's mount this to the car and see how the top mounting point looks like. course, I did the driver's side one, but we need the passenger side one, obviously. Something I would do. There. And all of a sudden, the mounting position of our our strut is a lot lower than it was before. A lot lower. We need to rethink, of course, these connections, because now the connection that's gonna be happening is this. So we're gonna have a ball joint and one of these. So they are gonna connect here, but not like this, of course. So we need to get rid of this and this, and this frame, of course, can be one stud further out and one stud lower. Again, very good things. So let's dismantle this. I mean, yeah, they could order LPFR wheel hubs, but you know, the LPFR wheel hubs should be an option, I think. You may disagree, and I'm okay with that, but I think this should be an option. Yeah, the shocks, of course, you know, one of the problems. So, okay, obviously we can place this now lower, and we can remodel this. Yeah, we can remodel these here. They can be, well, not there, I guess. For now, you know, for now we are going to just replace the pins. I'm still keeping, as you know, as the usual procedure here is that I keep the other side as reference. So I'm just gonna put the blue pins here on this side. There. So, you know, I have to admit, not even I remember. And I mean, I should be ashamed. So, what we did with this, we actually, if you take a look at this here, this was the previous top position of the strut. So now we moved it one stud lower and another. So we removed the height here by 2 studs. And since we removed it by 2 studs, no, Christian, no. That this axle that you posted has just as much slack as a normal axle. It doesn't have any gripping power of a pin. I tried. This axle is garbage for our purposes. The pin section does nothing. Okay, so let's put this on and see where we are. While we're doing this, I'm gonna mount this spring on the other side in the previous position, just so that we know where we need to be. Otherwise, we're just gonna get lost, because we need to respect the camber that we had before and all of that. Yep, same shit, Christian. Same shit. Believe me, I tried. But since it's an axle and the diameter is exactly the same, and there's no friction on it, yeah, it's same shit. So, yeah, this guy needs to go as well. Guess we need to make some improvements here and changes. Let's see what we get. Okay, so this thing here needs to be still one stud further in. Sadly, we can have it here for the camber, but we do need to be one stud further in. However, I'm not prepared to sacrifice the height gain that we got here. So we are not gonna put this back where it was, like this, and we're gonna have to come up with something different. Yeah, I mean, that's how it is. JSP, I don't need a Chiron. We cleared this up. The Chiron is not needed. We are making our own, which is gonna be better. Okay. 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 Perfect or not? Let's see. Okay, that's okay. Obviously, we need to change the angle of the strut here. This guy here can be like that, which is not gonna be a problem. But the strut here is a little bit too flat, so it needs to be a little bit steeper. And I think we can use Christian's solution. So we're gonna try it. So with Christian's solution, yeah, of course, wrong side. Christian's solution, we are going to have this guy here. There. Ah, damn it. Damn it. Curses. Curses. There. Okay. And we replace this with, where are they? These. Yeah, but I'm not sure that these are gonna fit. I'm not sure this is gonna fit. This is not gonna be steep enough. This is gonna be too flat. Yeah, there's hardly any kingpin here. So if we use Christian's solution, let's see. Well, maybe I am too pessimistic. Problem is I cannot use these, because if I use these like this, the problem is gonna be here. This is not fitting in the rim. Oh, it needs to be upside down, right? Yeah, upside down. Sorry. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Then it has enough room. Yeah. Okay. But here on top, I will have to use this solution still. We're gonna use just a different shim. Basically, what we're gonna do here, just gonna turn this around. Should be fine. Okay. Ah, god damn it. I can't see it. I'm gonna use come on. I'm gonna use this. My opinion on the Lego Technic Ferrari: don't buy it. If you want a cool Ferrari, buy the Kada red Italian sports car. Best Ferrari ever. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, let's go back to the car and see how this fits. Most excellent. Most excellent. It does fit. We just need this to be one stud higher. Not even that. I would not buy the new. I would not recommend the Lego Ferrari to anyone because it's not even a good parts car, to be honest. Just, I mean, uh, buy the few parts that you want, so the fenders from Bricklink, but don't spend 180 euros on this garbage. You're just fueling uh, Lego's profits for nothing. It hurts me to say this, but that's how it is, and you know it. How do I mount this? Hmm. Come on. I want this to be one step higher, like this. And I need connection here. Here. I need, I want uh, this guy here to be here, exactly where it is now. And I want it to connect to either this or create a new connection here. Otherwise, we're screwed. And we're gonna use the first option. Thank you, Mr. Morty. Hey, what unicorn with rainbow hair? uh, Come on. Okay. Okay. This is certainly not for the faint-hearted. Okay. Wait, what? Ah, okay. Right. This was there before. Doesn't really matter because we're gonna do something else with this. Okay. Come on. Okay. There we go. I don't know. You tell me. My niece also loves unicorns. Great. So, we do have our new struts. Don't they look great? I think they actually look better. They actually look better than the ones before. Yeah, this is this is good. This is actually very good. the suspension geometry stays the same. I think our camber is a little bit more than before. That's the only, well, problem. Camber, sorry, caster. Caster. Let me play with it a little bit. If I have less caster, so if we have just this much caster, yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. So the strut, you see the comparison between before and after. So let me just mount the other guy here. So before, you can see that our spring, basically how much higher this was mounted. See how much higher this was. You can see it from the side view even better. See, and this is a reason why we had problems fitting the hood. You know, the hood is of course going like down because the Sierra is an aerodynamic car, and this thing here was basically a serious problem. So not only did we have to abandon these here because they are expensive and rare, but also because the whole look of the car is gonna be affected by this because they are too high. And you can see with Christian's CAD drawings, he positioned the hood higher than it should be simply because he had to. Otherwise, the struts would look above the hood. Now they don't have to. Obviously, we have to now redo the whole, not the whole, but a few things here that well, basically make the strut not move. But that's really not a huge deal, to be honest. That's not a huge deal. In the end, there's gonna be basically less structure, and one good thing is also that because the struts are lower, the force of the suspension on everything is going to be less. It's going to be the strut has a smaller lever, so it should be much better. Okay. See, but now we need to make, you know, another a better way of attaching this, just as we did here. But you know, this was fine until we had to change this. And since we have a ball joint here, everything is fine. See, everything is fine. The geometry didn't change, which is also fine. I think the caster, as far as I can, you know, eyeball here, compared to the other side, I think it's even the same. Yeah, I think it's the same caster. No, it's even in slightly more than the other side. So, you know, just a tiny little bit, which is always good. But if we had this, for example, further back, if you built a race car out of the Sierra, you could easily adjust the camber by moving this back. And a good thing is that we don't have to really fix this into position. We just have to make sure that this guy here doesn't go inwards, and this is just perfect. So we can reposition this at any time, one step further back if we want to, because, you know, there's no problem. There's slightly, you know, I can see slight slack here, so we might, you know, we still might do something about it. We're probably gonna reverse this so that this guy here points downwards. If it clears this part here, but I have to experiment. So we're gonna take this out and reverse this. And since if this bit here can freely rotate on this side, we have more options of mounting here, so it doesn't, you know, obstruct anything here. So let's do this. I'm curious. It's just, you know, it's so simple to reverse it that not gonna even complain. There we go. Yeah, the next step, of course, is to make the strut sturdy, obviously. Oh, please. Really. Okay, so the moment of truth. There's plenty of clearance. There it is. So it's gonna be like that. There, it's not hitting anything. There's still a lot of room here. So that's it. Nice. Because obviously now we can place a lift arm there directly here. A lift arm, or, you know, maybe even this can go, or something, you know, it can go directly into this stud hole or extend, you know, whatever. And yeah. Oh yeah, the steering wheel is just a placeholder, you know, it's just something that I can use to steer. I have two steering wheels, by the way. One is on the roof, and one is in the cockpit. Okay. Yeah. I am, well, reasonably happy. Now we only have to well, do this, but yeah, it's easy to do. Basically, easy to do because we have the change in positions here makes it relatively easy. Of course, this will compromise this a little bit, but we're gonna manage. Yeah, we're gonna manage. It's gonna take what, one? Yeah, it's very easy. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Basically, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna, well, need to take this out, Come on. Okay. Now we pull this out a little bit, and we take this out. Yeah, of course. This needs to go as well. Okay, doesn't matter. So now we put this one here, like that. Here in this one, we must put a shorter one. So shorter one. shorter one to this guy here. Okay, and here we have this guy. There. And on the other side, we have this. So here we put in this. And then right now I'm gonna use these guys. Just pin it in place. I can actually, since we're gonna go this route, I can pin it from inside. There and there. Problem, well, almost solved. See? Suddenly, this doesn't move anymore. And if you want to see it from the other side, basically, see how we solve this. It's a lot simpler than it was before. And we can still move this part here back and forth. Now we can put things back together. There. Come on. There. There we go. Obviously, needs attachment to this rail, but I'm pretty happy. Yeah, of course. Something that I need to mention. You know, but this comes with the territory. This is how the Lego springs just work. Nothing we can do about it. It's gonna be fine once the weight is on. You know, nothing much can really happen. It's not gonna affect the accuracy of everything too much, you know. But that's how it is. I mean, there was some movement here as well, so it's not like you know, it's not the end of the world. Yeah. Now we have to just make a bridge here between these. Somehow shouldn't be too difficult. I think just one connector here should do it. There, much better, much better. Still, I mean, still room for improvement, but basically a lot better. Yeah, I mean, this is more or less it. I mean, we can have the connection here in the front, which we have on the other side, but right now here it's not present. But you see how we actually saved weight on either side. First, the spring is lighter, and we use less parts for the same effect. And there's still room for improvement, of course. Don't get me wrong. There's still ways of making sure that there's fewer parts in the whole equation. So yeah, that's it for today. I think the mission, we accomplished the mission successfully. This is all I wanted to do today, and we made it. We made it. Exactly. Since there are no brakes, it's gonna be fine. In the Audi Quattro, of course, since we're gonna basically be braking with the engines, this is not gonna be fine. But there we're not gonna use McPherson struts. We're gonna use multilinks, a multilink suspension with elevated wishbones, and the steering rack will be, of course, on top here, on top of the elevated wishbone. So it's gonna be completely different. But for now, we focus on the Sierra. I think we've done good. Right now, I'm gonna put the soft springs in the rear. It's gonna be really soft. Ah, crap. Wrong position. It's hilarious. The Audi is absolutely happening, but the Audi. I mean, have you know what we're doing? Of course, we're doing a 1 to 10 scale quattro. It's so soft. Yeah, it's too soft. We need to put I think we need to put the Unimog springs in the front, and because these are probably gonna be too soft for the front, or I don't know. Maybe we need to use the same springs in front and rear. I don't know. I'm gonna buy a few of them because these springs are always handy. Um, so yeah, I'll buy. Well, basically, I'm gonna buy two Unimog springs and 4 of these. I think. Yeah, and we'll see. Yeah, that's it for today. Check the stream on Wednesday, where we continue. Thanks for watching, and yeah, what I wanted to say, we need to say big thanks to Christian, because the inspiration and the solutions that he does with his CAD work is fascinating. I mean, I'm really not someone who likes to do bodywork, and what he's doing is helping me a lot. I mean, you've seen the pictures on Discord, and it's amazing stuff. So yeah, yeah, the Audi is gonna be much smaller. Yeah, of course. The point of the Audi is gonna be, it's gonna be basically a race car. It's gonna be a race car, not basically. It's gonna be a race car, and it needs to be as small as possible, as light as possible, and as fast as possible. So, and there's of course some requirements by the regulations. So we're gonna have to be pretty smart about it. For the Sierra, I mean. Absolutely, the Sierra is going to be a digital model, just like the Charger. What? You don't have a Discord. The Discord link is posted in every stream. On the bot in the description below every stream, you have the Discord link. Or I also placed the Discord link to the LP Power YouTube page. So if you go there to the About tab, there's the Discord link. So please join us. We're talking the whole time. So yeah, that's it. All I wanted to say. Join me on Wednesday, and until then, thanks for watching.